did any of you throw your rank on the table and say, hey, it's a bad idea to evacuate Bagram Airfield, the strategic air base, before we evacuate everyone? Did anyone do that? And when you didn't think to do that, did anyone raise their hand and say, we completely messed this up? Potentially all those people did die in vain if we don't have senior leaders that own up and raise their hand and say, we did not do this well in the end. I demand accountability.
And we all felt that way. But that lieutenant colonel is paying a price. That is Lieutenant Colonel Stu Scheller. Back in August, criticizing the military ranks for their botched withdrawal from Afghanistan. If you don't mind me saying, they embarrassed the country. He was relieved of his military duties for speaking the truth after that video was posted, and the military ranks were on a warpath to silence him ever since. But Scheller continued to talk. And now earlier this week, Scheller was arrested for violating the military's gag order, which prevents him from publicly criticizing the Pentagon. Stu Scheller is a father of 3, a husband and son, and he's locked away in the military brig for criticizing the obvious. And now his family is not allowed to see him, but they're not standing down. Cathy and Stu are standing up with us, and they are the parents of the Lieutenant Colonel, and they join us right now. So upset that you have to go through this. So glad you are fighting. Stu, let's start with you. What could you tell me about how your son is today and the condition of his case?
Well, we haven't seen him or talked to him since Monday morning when he asked us to call his attorney and he asked us to tell everyone this story. So we've been blitzing to tell the story to Americans for the last 5 days, and Americans have responded. So his case today, he went to a hearing yesterday. We thought charges would be brought. They dropped a 640-page document on his legal team with less than 24 hours. But charges were not filed yesterday, even though he still remains in jail. They haven't really technically told him why. I would like to give special thanks to Representative Louis Gohmert from Texas, who stepped up, traveled to Camp Lejeune and agreed to try to have discussions between the Marine Corps and Stewart's legal team. They left yesterday and agreed that they're going to work all weekend on a possible positive separation, honorable discharge, full VA benefits. But we found out today from Louis Gohmert on the Hannity radio show that they have kind of changed their disposition in the Marine Corps. They're digging in and they'd like to burn our son, Lieutenant Colonel Scheller. We have been told to prepare that it could be a long prison term. I want to thank Americans. You have found your voice. You have stood up. You have contacted your congresspeople, and they are writing and they are putting pressure on the Marine Corps, the Pentagon, and we appreciate that because this is not just about Stewart, although he's our son and it is about Stewart, it's about America. We need to take America back. So we're telling people we're telling them to pray
and go to pipehitterfoundation.org. We've already raised $1.8 million. The average donation $74. That shows you how many Americans are involved in this. Cathy, to you. Your son has fought with valor for 17 years. He's had 5 deployments. He's got a Bronze Star, a commendation for valor. This is the type of somebody we should be propping up, not putting in the brig. So what is your message to the rest of the country?
My son is an exemplary Marine, and he has been for 17 years. He spoke out. He knew he should not have, but he was torn between ending the war as poorly as it was versus keeping it to himself. He knew that everyone else felt the same way. He thought if he took the lead, others would stand up and call for accountability. They did not. So he is taking the full brunt himself. He knew what he was doing. I think he thought he would be risking losing his pension and his retirement. I don't believe he ever thought that he would be facing years in prison.
And he should not. We're going to stay on this. Everyone go to bat for Lieutenant Colonel Scheller. No donation is too small. pipehitterfoundation.org. Thanks so much, guys. I'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Brian.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.